In today's video, we are going to address the big elephant in the room when it comes to libido and sex drive. So if you find yourself in a position where you no longer have the drive that you used to have, or it's really difficult to start to get things moving and rolling, we are going to give you the missing link and hopefully help you fix it so that you can enjoy more sex more often. I am Celine Remy, the Intimacy Angel.
And I'm Kevin Anthony, the Truth Warrior. And if you've ever wished that your partner had a higher sex drive, then make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Okay, before we tell you what the missing link is, we need to talk about some of the stuff that we normally cover. So you've heard us in many videos and podcasts talking about all the ways that we help people with low libido. And there are lots of ways, everything from constant state of arousal to scheduling date nights to massage, central massage hacks and things like that. There's tons of ways to get your libido going. But let's just say that you've done all of that stuff and it's still not working. There could potentially be something more, something underlying that needs to be addressed.
And that missing link is testosterone. And before you tune out, because you're women, testosterone works both for men and women when it comes to your sex drive. Now, both men and women have testosterone. We simply have testosterone levels in different levels. So the amount that a man will need in order to get more libido going versus what a woman needs are very different. Now, a word of caution, when you are playing with your hormones, it is definitely not something to take lightly, and you need some supervision from somebody who knows what they're doing, and you also want to make sure that you are monitoring what's going on as you are adding hormones. So you want to do a blood test, saliva test, urine test, whatever your physician deems best for you, but you want to be able to track what's going on. Now, the thing is, when you have low testosterone, you can be really stuck in this place of like not feeling like you have the energy to even want to have sex, some depression, like really difficult to even feel a sex drive. And that happens to both men and women to different level. And as Kevin said, if you've tried the other things and nothing is working, then it's time to check your hormones.
Yes, and as Celine said, this is not something that you want to mess with on your own. So make sure that you seek out a qualified doctor who truly understands hormones. There are a lot of doctors out there that think they understand hormones, but they really don't, and they might actually prescribe you the wrong hormone. So do your research, find somebody who really gets it. We've done 2 podcast episodes on this, so if you haven't listened to those, make sure that you go check those out, because there are some doctors in those that really understand what's happening and they can point you in the right direction.
So if you're wondering, well, what made me have low testosterone, what put like havoc into my hormones, there are a few things to look into, because supplementing with hormones is going to help. But without a solid foundation in place, which consists of, I want to say like 3 things, which are your diet. It's the number one thing that you need to have in place. The input that you put into your body will change the output of what comes out. And so you can put all the creams that you want, to take all the supplements that you want without having dialed in that piece of the nutrition piece and the diet. It's still not going to work fully. So number 1 is the diet. Number 2 is exercise and being physical with your body, moving. And number 3 is good sleep. So you need to have also these 3 foundational pieces into place before you start to add the hormones. Now, what are some of the things that made your hormones get crazy? Well, number 1, which is the most common, is an excess estrogen, or also known as estrogen dominance. And that can happen to both men and women. Again, when you hear estrogen, you're thinking this is the female sex hormone. Men don't have this issue. Wrong. We are constantly bombarded by xenoestrogens and things that are leaking from the plastics, the food containers we eat, the pollution in the air. There's a lot of things that comes from the outside, environmental pollution, that messes up with our hormones.
Yes, and I know a lot of men are thinking, well, that's not my problem. I got plenty of testosterone. I know that's what you're thinking. And you probably do have plenty of testosterone, but these things are about ratios. How much testosterone versus how much estrogen. And even if you have, say, a really clean diet and you're not using any plastic, so your xenoestrogens and your phytoestrogens are really low, you could still, as a man, potentially have excess estrogen. Why? Because your testosterone levels go down starting around age 30. Your progesterone levels go down around age 50 to almost zero. And what does that leave left? Well, that leaves those estrogens left to wreak havoc wherever they are. So there's a bunch of things that you can look for. One would be a belly being kind of soft in the middle, you know, that sort of, oh, well, I'm just getting older and I'm putting on weight in the middle. That's one potential thing that you can look for as a man to know if you have excess estrogens.
Now, a few more things that can affect your hormones is stress, because stress is really big. If you have some health issues, underlying health issues that you need to address, but also certain medications will also create an imbalance in the body. So as you can see, it's not just a quick fix solution, but understanding that your hormones are the missing link when it comes to your libido, and testosterone is essential. And if you don't address that, no matter what you do on the outside, you are still not going to be able to feel your best and have the sex drive that you want to have.
Yes, so get your hormones checked, get them balanced where they're supposed to be, and then do everything else that Celine and I teach you, and you will have libido and you will have a great sex life.
And before we say goodbye, make sure it is bioidentical hormones. Make sure you use transdermally rather than orally, because the form that you put on your body doesn't have to go through the digestive tract and does not get changed. So it's more important to go bioidentical and transdermal for the best results when it comes to your hormones. All right, we hope today's video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.